Hey, we're going live. Calm down. Hey, guys. Mommy's doing a video. You have to be good. You have to be good. You have to behave. Mommy's doing a video. Go be good puppies. Go on. I can't even walk. People aren't even going to know I'm here doing a video. I don't have any food for you. I have no food for the puppies. Sorry, guys. I'm having puppy dog issues right this moment. Sorry. Hello. Hello. Thank you for your order, que sera, sera. I stuck you a little prize in there, but hi, Keto Grace. I stuck you a little prize in there. You know, I'm doing a video. They've got a drink. They've got a drink. It's a thing. It is officially a thing. Every time I start filming, what is that? What is that? Hey, Gloria. Thank you so much for your contribution to the channel and your much appreciated generosity. Thank you. And Kay Sarah, I sent you some treats in your Poshmark order, so thank you for ordering. Hello, Christina. Hello, Barb. Oh, I think you guys, Lee, you made it tonight. Hi, honey. How are you? So don't forget as you come in, I know sometimes I go straight to a live, I get a notification and I realize my favorite YouTubers are already live, so sometimes I forget. I'm going to have to bring the camera closer though, because I won't be able to scroll up and see my live chat. So how's that? I just got out of the shower and this is my COVID hair. Look at how much it's grown, guys. This is from a pixie cut, right? I have no makeup on. I gave myself a facial tonight. Face is looking stunning. And look at this. Look at this tan going on. It has been so hot. The heat index was like 100 degrees today. And we were out and yes, my hair grows fast. I think that's the collagen. It never used to grow like this. I could get it cut every 8 weeks and it would be fine. Like seriously, you can actually go back in my videos and you can see how long it stays like really nice and tight and short. That's why I've always kept it in a pixie. But ever since I've been doing like a scoop to a half a scoop to a scoop of collagen a day, my hair just grows like crazy. Hey, Toby, inside voice. Inside voice, stop yelling. Okay, hold on, I missed some things. Your hair grows first. Jackie, hi, good evening. I think you guys are gonna like the subject. You like the, you know what? My husband wants me to cut it. He does. He's like, he says, you look lovely no matter what you do. You always take such good care of your hair. He's like, but I honestly love the short cut on you. He's like, and I never thought I'd say that, but he said, especially with your face getting incredibly thin, he said that really short cut looks cute. So I kind of like it this length, but not in the summertime in Florida. I do not. Okay. Kay Sarah says it grows fast. Was hot in South Georgia today. You are in South Georgia? You're only about 6 hours away from me. I used to drive from Roswell to Tampa. From Roswell, Georgia to Tampa, and that's like an 8-9 hour drive, but I used to drive it. Everyone, please thumbs up. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Dana, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hello. Tracy! Are you on my team? Or are you team 1 or team 2? Tracy. Tracy is a coworker of mine. She works with me. She lives just a few minutes from me. Well, I can't say that. 20 minutes maybe. Tracy also does keto. She's actually at her goal weight. She's doing really good. I am switching off. So I have here a Zephyr Hills orange. I love this sparkling water. There's no minerals in it though, but I don't need to buy the expensive mineral water. I used to buy the Perrier. Hey, inside voice, Toby, inside voice. He's just like a kid. He's talking back to me. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Come here and say hi to everybody. Come here, Toby. Come here. Come here, Toby. Come on. Come on. Say hi. You gotta say hi to everybody. Since you're making so much noise, this is Toby. This is the rambunctious, loud little puppy in the back. He's ready to go. He's wound up. Go on. So that's my Toby. Now I totally lost what I was going to say. I missed probably a bunch of messages. Hair salons, the barber shops are still closed up in Pennsylvania. I have an appointment June 15th. But she has had to put Oh, you did, Lee? You worked in Roswell? Hold on, this is why I need to talk and then go back and read the chat because, sparkly things. I will get distracted so easy. Forgot what I was talking about. Totally lost. But I did live in Roswell, and I worked in Roswell at Rio Bravo Cantina. I was a head waitress and trainer in the one in Alpharetta, Georgia, and then I worked in the one in Buckhead for a while, and then in Roswell. Okay. Hot in Utah. Got a bit of a sunburn doing yard work. Keto Grace. Yeah, I'm getting some sun. Nice sun, too. Barb, oh, you like the way it feathers back on the sides. I have to blow it to do that. My hair... I know it's weird. When it's cut short and it's heavily textured, my hair lays flat. But the longer my hair gets, it's not naturally curly, but it's naturally wavy, and it'll just start flipping everywhere. It's crazy. And then I live in a humid climate, which is not good for pretty hair. Okay, Dana, good. Today was a good day. I'm glad. You are on team 1. I'm on team 2. Right? Am I team 2? I report next week. Jennifer, I have not seen you in a while. Hi, Jennifer. Jackie Perez got some vitamin D today, even though it was a little cloudy. I think that's why I don't have to worry about a vitamin D deficiency or vitamin K. What is it you get from the sun? Because I live in Florida and I work outside. So I'm always in the sun. Yes, we love Toby, don't we, Tracy? Toby said, no. I know. He's so crazy. He's so crazy tonight. He did get a spanking, though. I hate that. But, you know, he ran off on me. I have a training collar that I put on him, and I don't want judgment. Okay? I have a little collar that I have it set on just the mildest thing. And what he gets is he gets an alarm for me saying, no, stop. If he does not stop where he's at, he gets a vibrate. If he does not stop, he gets a beep, beep, beep. And then if he still doesn't stop, he gets, because he has run out in front of the UPS truck before and almost gotten killed. So I am training him with a collar. He normally does really well. If he has the collar on, he never runs away from me. All I got to do is vibrate, and he comes right back to me, right by my side, and doesn't leave me. But every once in a while, he gets a wild hair up his butt, and he takes off running. The problem is now I've got 3 dogs that are 2 dogs chasing him, and yeah. He almost got hit by a car. He ran right out in the road. Okay. Miss Gloria, he is cute. Okay, Gloria, finally got the 25-mile bike ride in. Oh, congratulations. 57 degrees in the balmy state of Washington, D.C. No vitamin D, but fresh air. 57 degrees. That's like a cold front for us. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. I've done really well. Today I was 180. Let me show you. I'm not going to stay on this, but this is from last night's live that I did since I haven't had time to do a recorded. But this morning I was 183.4. So I've now been 183.4 for 3 solid days. I think considering that I had a super high calorie day, one of the days, and I messed around with some enlightened ice cream, I'm okay with being stable. To be honest with you, since April 11th, I'm now at like 7.6 pounds down. That's really fast weight loss, and I'm starting to notice a lot more crepiness. So maybe I don't want to lose weight that fast because I don't want to have all that extra wrinkly skin, you know. And I've noticed that the slower I lose weight, I'm not trying to slow my weight loss down, and I am loving losing weight like a normal person. But you know, I don't want, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm having some issues with deciding, you know, I'm actually reaching that point where I'm going to have to start deciding 10 more pounds, 15 more pounds. Where am I going from here? You know what I'm saying? My husband says I look fine just the way I am. My sister said her honest opinion, 10, 15 more pounds, but I wouldn't lose any more than that. And because I have such a bad case of body dysmorphia, I can't be trusted with my weight goal. I can't be trusted because I could weigh 120 pounds and be in a size 3 and I would still look fat to me when I looked in the mirror. Here's the other thing, and I'm not trying to be too personal. I don't want to lose my boobs. I have already gone from a 44 triple D down to a 36D. Okay, so I still have plenty, but from going from so big to so small, they are gonna hang. Right now, they're just starting to droop, and I'm like, I've always had very nice breasts, always, very nice. They've been one thing I've been very proud of my body. And now that I've gone from being very big to very kind of small, they're starting to deflate a little bit. And I'm like, I would rather be 20 pounds overweight and have a really nice rack than be, wow, look how skinny she is, and then have to tape them to my chest. I'm sorry, it's a thing. It's a thing. I've always had really nice busts. And they're starting to, gravity's taking over. All right. Donna Hatch says, hello, hello, Donna. Dana, you retracted your message. Gloria, youngsters need to be trained so they can become like all. Yes. I almost cry every time I have to discipline him. But like a little earlier, I just took them outside, and this is so bad. He comes over here and lifts his leg, and he's peeing right on my baseboard, right in front of me. I'm like, excuse me? But sometimes I didn't want to discipline him too hard because sometimes a dog will do that because, see, dogs can smell when other dogs are sick. So like they can smell their urine and they can smell their feces, and they can actually tell when something's wrong with that dog. They can even smell on humans and tell when we're pregnant. They can tell when we're sad. But anyway, they can smell sickness and illness. And sometimes they say when an animal goes to the bathroom in front of you, knowing that that's wrong, they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you they don't feel good or something's up with them. So I try not to discipline them too much if something like that happens, because a lot of times it's the dog's way of communicating with you. That's how they communicate with each other. So, I mean, they smell each other's butt. What are you gonna, I'm not going to smell their butt, but. Okay. Christina, what part of PA are you from? I've been to Butler, PA before. I have. Lee, woohoo, good job. Tracy, rocket, girlfriend. Gloria, cheers for having a weight loss. That is not water. 3 days, prove it. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I have gone to the bathroom one time in the last, well, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. But I've also been super stressed, super emotional. One day I had a 1,300 calorie day. I haven't been eating a lot of veg. Tonight, I went to my husband's gone. I went to my favorite restaurant and I splurged and got their garlic Parmesan wings. They don't put any breading on them whatsoever. They deep fry the wings and then they coat them in garlic Parmesan and butter. And they're not the healthiest keto because they fry them in vegetable oil. So I will probably tick up on the scale tomorrow. And it's 1,000 calories for one serving. But I still ended up my day with 1,600 calories and like some of my favorite wings ever. Anyway, oh, I know what I was talking about. So I used to do the Perrier water, and I used to do the San Pellegrino, and I used to do the Topo Loco lime, but they're more expensive because they are mineral waters. So what I have found is that I just take my electrolyte powder and I put it in the Zephyr Hills. You can get a 6-pack for a 12-pack for like $4. I just put one of the little things in there, and then it's just like a sparkling flavored beverage. It's really delicious. I put my Keto Chow electrolyte drops in there, my Ultima Replenisher, and it's very delicious. Tonight, though, not so much because I have salt. So if you see me make a face, that's what I'm making a face. It's got a lot of salt in it because I was outside in the heat all day. Okay, Dana. Okay, Gloria. Go with what the sis says. She wouldn't steer you wrong. Yeah, you know what? I'm talking just aesthetically. I am not talking about a person's inner beauty. I'm not talking about a person's beautiful spirit. I can talk honestly about this. As far as women goes, I've always been more like aesthetically. I mean, I'm straight. Gosh, it's so bad that you can't just have a conversation anymore. You have to do all these disclaimers. Okay, so I'm straight. I'm heterosexual. But I can look at another woman and say, wow, she is hot, right? And I've always found more voluptuous women as beautiful. Like skinny, bones protruding from the skin, seeing the rib cage. I don't know if it's because I was raised in the South and just there's a lot of round people here. But seeing the hip bones stick out and like, I find that attractive at all. There's nothing to me that says attractive to that. So I still want to keep my womanly figure and feel just comfortable in my own skin. Okay, Christina is saying Dana and you. Dreaming Cat Studio. Hello, good evening. Thank you for coming in to the vlog. I know what you mean about the boobies. I've only had them while heavy. I like them. Yeah, you know what? My whole entire life, I've always looked at my very large breast as an asset because I've always looked at them as an asset because they've kind of evened out my figure. You know what I mean? The bigger everything else got, the bigger my boobs got, which still, even though it was a very large hourglass, still gave me that hourglass figure. So the 50s will cause drooping whether keto or not. I do believe, though, that I have faith that autophagy, doing some long fast and collagen, I really think that I'm going to definitely prolong the sagginess of the boobs. But it's okay, even if I don't have them. They don't make me any less woman. I'm not trying to get so wrapped up in them. You know, I'm just saying it's been one of the features of my body that I've never really had a problem with. And which is crazy because I've had a problem with every part of my body pretty much. Okay, let's see. Christina, Philadelphia. Philadelphia freedom, shine on me. Love that song. I love Elton John. Raise your hand, you love Elton John. Love Elton John. Maybe use measurements instead of weight. I'm actually using, number one, once the COVID thing is over, I'm going to go get a, what do you call them? They're a body scan. They're called a DEXA scan. I'm going to go get a DEXA scan, and I'm going to base my goal weight on my body fat percentage. Okay, Tracy, dreaming. I miss mine. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. You're still beautiful, though. Dreaming Cat Studio, my first time on this channel. I was keto, then I got off. Now considering going back. Well, come on back. There's room for you. Serious? I can't even imagine my life not keto. Which is one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight. I do want to have a topic. I want this to be light-hearted, funny. We can communicate with each other. I want this to be this is our room. This is our time for subscribers, for people who are keto to connect. This is our time to kind of talk about our accomplishments, our frustrations, our setbacks. You know, this is our time to talk to each other. So tonight, what I want to talk about is then versus now. And this would be the perfect topic for you to stay, because I know you're going to relate. So as I go to each one of these topics, I want you guys, if you feel comfortable sharing, share in the comments. Like if you have had the same thing, what you saw, the difference, because I'm going to start with blood sugar. My fasted morning blood glucose ranged between 127 and 147 before I found keto. That is fasted. First thing in the morning, nothing to eat for fasted 8-10 hours. Now, my fasted morning blood glucose ranges between 89 and 94. That's huge. That is like almost a 40-point drop in my morning blood glucose. My fasting average before keto ranged between 110 and 120. Now, my fasted blood glucose ranges 85. My highest blood glucose before keto was 217. That's the highest I ever recorded, and that was taking 2,000 milligrams of metformin. I registered a 217. My lowest before keto was 42, and I checked it because I was ready to pass out. My highest blood glucose on keto is 127. That's the highest I've ever recorded. And that was back when I was checking to see my body's reaction to food. And so I was testing my blood glucose like a half hour, an hour after I ate to see how something reacted. I don't even remember what it was, but I registered 127. My lowest that I can ever remember recording is 72 on keto. So that's a huge improvement. What have you guys seen as far as your blood glucose numbers? Dana, I was out there for the flower show. They're talking about Pennsylvania. Tracy, love those. Dana, Christina, did you enjoy it? You haven't been there in years. Keto Grace, you brought some enlightened bars for the weekend treat. It might affect me. Yeah. You know what? I'm not a big thing on blood glucose and ketone meters anymore. After I did that really prolonged testing and saw so much irregularity in the blood glucose and the ketone strips, and I just have no faith in them anymore. So I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 2 years. I'm successfully losing weight. I've obviously found a macro ratio that my body loves, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay, Gloria, me too. Keto Grace, marshmallow peanut butter. What? Is that an enlightened bar? Marshmallow peanut butter? Holy cow. That sounds dangerous. Christina, Dana, my first time. It was beautiful. Oh, they're talking about the flower festival in Philadelphia. Freedom, shadow me. Okay. Dana's loving Christina. That's awesome. Keto Grace, mint chip for me, but peanut butter marshmallow sounds good, doesn't it? It does. Regina, hello. Everybody say Regina. And Regina is from PA as well. Gloria, you need to get to the South and join up with round people. There's a lot of round people here. There is. Everybody's saying hello, and Dreaming Cat. I've been both super bony and now I'm curvy. My focus is to find and strengthen my muscles. Well, then you need a high protein anyway. You've got to consume enough protein. And so the problem is that when deciding between, so if you're going to do high protein, you have to do, if you're going to stay on carbs, you have to do lean protein, because when you mix fat with carbs, that's when it really spikes the insulin and the blood glucose. So protein and carbs, not so much, as long as you're staying lean and low fat. But once again, your whole body, every cell in your body needs cholesterol, is made of cholesterol, and you need cholesterol. I don't know how long you did keto for, but I was really undecided on whether I was going to make this a lifestyle until around 6 or 7 months, because that's when I started seeing the big metabolic changes. Okay, let's see. Lee is a hands up. I do my hands up and play my song, the butterflies fly away. Okay, Christina's hands up. Keto Grace hands up. Let's see, Dana. My scale won't move, but my clothes fit good now. 16 pounds since mid-March. Elton John, yeah. Benny and the Jets. Patricia, hello. Hi again. How did you do on your sale? So you guys are going to flip. I made over $800 this weekend in the yard sale. I had a lot of stuff though, an entire 16-foot trailer, but I worked my butt off. Regina, hello. Dana, hit the like button. Yes, please. There's 24 people in here, 17 likes. Lee says her blood sugar never goes below 85 and for keto for 2 years. Yeah, there is some major health healing that has happened when you can take a diabetic that was on 2,000 milligrams of metformin for me to have just normal. I have not. Do you realize I have not had hypoglycemia in 2 years? It's been 2 years since I've had low blood sugar. That is so awesome. When I had an infection, Gloria says when she had an infection, the sugar was over 200 and they told me you were a diabetic. Fortunately, you've only needed to be on metformin and your morning sugars are 80 to 90. Oh my gosh, that's great. Well, one of the reasons that my morning sugars are my highest sugars fasted is because I suffer from something called, everybody suffers from it, but I suffer on it on a much larger scale, is called dawn phenomenon. So for those of you new to the keto and new to terminology that we use to describe metabolic issues, so here's what dawn phenomenon is. Most of us eat dinner sometime between 6 and 8 o'clock, right? So let's assume we eat dinner at 6. We go to bed at 10:30, 11. We've now actually been fasted for 5 hours. Sometime around 3, 4 in the morning, our body knows, wait a minute, she's going to be waking up in a little bit, and we have no food for energy. So we must make energy. Your body will actually create a high blood glucose to get you out of bed and get you ready for your day, right? So dawn phenomenon, everybody has it to some extreme. It's just people who are prone to diabetes, people who have diabetes, people who are insulin resistant are more likely to have the higher first morning. Because I could be 12 hours fasted, wake up at 7 a.m., my blood sugar would be 120. Well, this is before keto. And then 2 hours later, it'd be 85. You know what I'm saying? So it's that morning blood sugar that's called dawn phenomenon. There's another phenomenon called the Somoji effect. That is something different. Jason Fung talked about it, but I didn't research it enough to be able to tell you about it. Keto and Candles. Hey, how you doing? Keto and Candles is also another keto channel. You guys can go check her out. Make sure you show her some love. Say hello to everybody. Married to Keto. Oh my gosh, all my Keto peeps coming in the room. All right, so hey, Mary. Everybody's saying hello to Mary. Everybody's saying hello to Sarah. Keto Diamond. Joni's in the house, everybody. Woo woo. All my favorite Keto peeps are showing up. Everybody say hello. Keto Diamond. If you're not subscribed to Keto Diamond, you need to be. Actually, all of these wonderful keto channels on here, go ahead and show them some love. Patricia, yes, Keto Diamond. You shouted out my show and sell. Oh my gosh, thank you. I haven't had a chance to watch your video yet. I made $803 in my yard sale today, or today and yesterday. It's amazing. It was amazing. I sold all that underwear. That unboxing that I did of all that underwear, I sold all that, every bit of that underwear. Yes, strangest thing ever, but it happened. It happened. Yes. Oh, thank you, Miss Gloria. Big shout out, Miss Gloria. You know, you're supposed to ask a question when you send that, or ask me something. That's your chance to get to know something about me. Grabs my attention in the chats. Regina says hello. Kim Elisa, hello. Welcome back. You were here last night. Thank you. Okay, Christina, Dawn Phenomenon and I are very acquainted. So you know how do you know if you have Dawn Phenomenon? Let's tackle this one issue at a time, because I can do that because I'm a very compartmentalized thinker. So Dawn Phenomenon is going to happen somewhere between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, typically. So what they have you do, this is what they have you do to see if you have Dawn Phenomenon. You check your sugar before you go to sleep. You write it down. You don't eat or drink anything. You set your alarm for midnight. You check your sugar again. Then you set your alarm for 4 a.m. If your sugar is higher at 4 a.m. than it was at 12 midnight, fasted 6 hours, then you, my friend, are suffering from Dawn Phenomenon. It's a thing. Okay, if you sleep, no. Actually, it'll be better. So and here's how I know this, Gloria. That is a great question. So Dawn Phenomenon, you would think the longer you sleep, the worse it would be, but that's not the case. So you have your natural circadian rhythm. This is the rhythm that your body's into. This is why some people are better off exercising at night than in the morning. Some people are better off in the morning than they are at night. Some people actually, their metabolism slows down at different times, right? Circadian rhythm. It's where your melatonin is being created that helps you sleep. There's a lot of stuff involved in that. But anyway, so the Dawn Phenomenon usually occurs between 3, 4 in the morning. It'll actually cause your body to it'll create its own glucose. It'll spike your blood sugar and give you the energy to wake up. Sleeping in your blood sugar. So when I was testing my blood sugar all the time, what I would notice is that Monday through Friday, when I woke up at 5 a.m., my blood sugars typically ranged between this is even on keto, 110 to 117. But then when I would check my blood sugar on the weekends, waking up at 7, 8 o'clock, my blood sugars would be 91 to 100. So I could see anywhere between a 20 and 30 point difference in just 2 hours of sleep. My body was on a cycle. It was doing its thing every night, no matter what I was doing. What was triggering that is the fact that your body is done completely digesting food in 6 hours. That doesn't mean it's done absorbing nutrients from the food as it passes through your intestinal system, and the gastric juices break down things even further. But you're done digesting food. You are fasted 6 hours. That's why doctors always tell you, do not eat anything after midnight, right? Well, Cinderella couldn't because she turned into a freaking pumpkin. And that's what happened to me, like after age 30. I turned into a pumpkin. So I must be Cinderella. Off topic, I know. Christine Johns, hello. Say hi to everybody. And she is Whoa, congratulations. Kelly Winkler, how are you? I'm good. Say hello to everybody. Gosh, I got a lot of new people. Congratulations on your yard sale. Wow, yeah, it was a lot of work. I still got to go to my sister's house, pick up the trailer, and then unload what's left. Married to Keto. Wowie, great yard sale. So you guys saw in my video, I paid $777 for those 3 bulk boxes. I sold all the underwear out of them. I made a little over $800. So right now I've got like a $40 profit, but I still have all the bras. I still have all the bathing suits. So I'll probably make about a $300-400 profit off of that purchase. Okay, damn, I thought you was gonna get stuck with them undies. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, everybody's saying hi. Okay, if you sleep later, will dawn phenomenon be worse? I think I just answered that. No. Okay, thank you, Kristen. Sorry, guys, I'm going through. I can see somebody, but I have to go through the messages. I don't want to miss anything. So interesting. I've never heard of that. One of the YouTubers I would highly recommend is that I think you'll have to actually search for the dawn phenomenon, and the other one is called the Samogi effect. I think it's SYMOGI. And then Kristen Johns, thank you for suggesting to try more than just orange. Wait, thank you for suggesting to try more than just orange stevia. I found the root beer and I'm in love. I have to have something to replace your Diet Coke. Oh, that's awesome. The root beer, the ginger beer is great. I'm drinking actually a Zevia ginger ale now. Okay. Married to Keto. Ooh, I got to try the root beer then. Yes. Okay. Kristen Johns is talking. Patricia. Yes. Say hello to Joni. We love Joni. Sorry, you're here. You were just cooking. Okay, so let's go on. Everybody ready to go on to the next one? Thank you so much for your contributions to the channel. Thank you so much. That helps me a lot. So let's go on to the before and after. The theme is before and after. So the first is blood glucose. That was the first big change, because within the first 6 weeks I was on keto, I went from being on 2,000 milligrams of metformin to 1,000 milligrams of metformin to 1/500 tablet of metformin, and then completely off because I kept bottoming out my sugar, right? That was the first biggest change. The 80 to 90 blood glucoses actually took me an entire year to repair to where I was actually an average blood glucose. One of the things that was explained to me by my doctor, by Dr. Eric Berg, has a really good video on fatty liver and Mikati pants. DeLauer. I'm so used to calling him, Mikati pants that I forget his name all the time. He has a really good one talking about how long it takes for the fatty liver to reduce. And here's what I think has happened to myself. I was tested 6 months before I started keto with a fatty liver. On my blood work at 18 months keto, I think I had blood work last, I no longer have fatty liver. I think DeLauer has a video talking about, Eric Berg does. So Dr. Berg has a video out talking about how keto is really not going to be super efficient until you reverse that fatty liver. As long as you have a fatty liver, your body's not going to do the ketone things and be in a really high metabolic state of ketosis until that is reversed. Also, if you have a fatty liver, it also means that you probably have a higher insulin resistance. It's a thing. I think that's why it took me a full year of keto till I started seeing that normal blood sugar of 80 and 90. Yeah, I think that's why, because I had to reverse the fatty liver first. Please look for those videos from those doctors because they're great videos. Okay. Kimberly, I need to be checked. Oh, check out your stuff I have for sale. I've lost 46 pounds. I need some new clothes. Yeah, you can ask anyone that orders from me. I have fair prices. There's new stuff with tags that, of course, you know, I have to try to make some money off of the bulk investment that I make. But the used stuff, I have that very reasonable. Very reasonable. Married to Keto, Melissa, way to go. You have done so great. Yes. Okay. Keto Grace. Yes, I'm getting to that. That's actually one of mine. So let's go to the second one and then I'll finish doing comments. Hungry all the time. Hungry all the time. One of the biggest binge triggers and one of the most embarrassing things about being fat is when you know that you just ate an enormous amount of food and an hour later it literally feels like your stomach's eating itself. You are so hungry and you are so overwhelmed and so frustrated that you can't understand, why am I hungry? I just ate a big freaking plate of food. And it's like you don't have that trigger inside your head that says, stop, you're full. I mean, I can't tell you how many nights I ate till I was absolutely uncomfortably just miserable. Since I've been keto, I'm not saying that I'm not hungry, but I'm saying now instead of being a hungry 1 hour after a meal, it's hours. Like I've even had days where I look up at the clock and I'm like, oh crap, it's 2 o'clock. You know, I've been fasted 20 hours and I don't even think about it. That would have never happened before keto. Never. Arthritis. Yes, I'm glad. Yes, Ken Berry has, okay, so Christina has verified that Ken Berry has one on the Dawn Effect. Yes, go look at that. It's very interesting subject. Mary, you used to be hungry all the time before keto. No. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this. There's actually 3 hormones when we talk about obesity and we talk about high carbohydrate, high sugar diets. There are 3 primary hormones responsible for hunger. There is insulin. High insulin replicates the feeling of hungry. High insulin. The second one is leptin. Leptin is also very responsible for a hunger hormone, but then you have ghrelin. Ghrelin is that hormone that tells you you are full. If you have leptin resistance, then you also have ghrelin resistance. So now you've got a hormone telling you that you're hungry, and the hormone that tells you you're full is no longer working, out of service. That is why you get into that vicious cycle. When you watch My 600-Pound Life, these people can't stop eating, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's because they eat, it spikes their blood sugar, which then causes an insulin response, right? And because they obviously eat a lot, because they got to 600 pounds, what's happening is they're now insulin resistant or full-blown diabetic. They have a fatty liver. Their body can't do anything. They're blocking all leptin, which is causing hunger sensation, and then they have no trigger that tells them they're full. So this is what happens, and this is how these people get to this weight. You have to repair the liver before you have to repair the insulin. You have to repair the liver before you can repair the leptin and the ghrelin. And so that is why I was so frustrated my first 6 months of keto, because everybody talked about, oh my God, since the day I started keto, I'm never hungry. And I'm like, I'm starving to death. And I was so frustrated. I didn't understand why I was hungry and no one else was. Well, until I repaired the insulin resistance, until I started repairing and reversing the fatty liver, none of the other things, the leptin and the ghrelin, weren't going to make any difference at all. So I was hungry all the time. Yes. You have hungry days and not. I do too. I have days where I'm like, why am I so hungry? I think that's just your body. There's not one single solitary calorie receptor in the human body. None. Zero. You can look that up, Jason Fung. It's called the calorie myth. We don't have, I'm not saying that you don't have to burn what you eat, but because we, especially people like me, habitual dieters, we have constantly gone low calorie, we have damaged our metabolism. But if we had a normal metabolism, our body would adjust to our calorie level. They have proven it. They've proven it. Unless you have some kind of metabolic thyroid, some kind of issue that kind of messes that up. I'm talking normal people. If they don't diet, they're pretty much their calorie intake. That's how these people can stay fairly thin and eat a lot of food, and then it starts catching up with them at 40 because their metabolism slows down, right? Their metabolism is not what it was at 20, but they're still eating what they were at 20. So they're going to have to make some adjustments. But there's not one single solitary, and I keep telling people it's hormones. It's hormones. It's hormones. Because if I eat 100 calories of prime rib versus 100 calories of chocolate pudding, there's something completely different happening in my body. Something completely different. As long in the presence of high insulin, you will not have fat burning. You will not burn fat in high insulin responses. So if I eat that pudding, I now have an insulin, a glucose and insulin response, which means I'm not burning fat. But if I eat the protein, that's not happening because I have not spiked my insulin. I may have raised my glucose a bit. I'm not talking about a 19-ounce steak. I'm talking about a small 4-ounce portion. I might boost my blood sugar 10, 15 points, but that's not going to be enough to like spike my insulin. I'm talking about when you eat carbs versus when you eat protein. So not all calories are created equal, and they all have different hormone responses in your body. So if you keep, I prove that doing the calorie reset. Now, for me, being over 50, being menopausal, having a lifetime of overeating and abusing my body and binge eating and starving myself, I would probably have to go to 1,700 calories and stay there for about 6 months, then go up to 1,800 calories and stay there, because it is a proven fact, and I can't remember what doctor just talked about it. It takes 6 months to reset your metabolism, calorie-wise. So if you take somebody that's like on a really low calorie, 1,200 a day, if they go up to 15, they're going to start gaining weight. Why? Because their metabolism came down to meet their energy consumption. They used to be able to burn 2,200 calories, but now they're on 1,200 calories. Now they've dropped, okay, well, she's not eating 2,200 calories, so we don't need to burn 2,200 calories anymore. Let's keep it at 15. So we do that ourselves. You actually find that people who have never habitually dieted have better luck losing weight than people who have been habitual dieters, because we've screwed up our metabolisms. All right. You hate feeling too full on keto. You are insulin resistant and not diabetic. It was a vicious cycle. You have to eat less than 20 carbs not to feel hungry. Yeah, Kristen Johns, I hear you. If I eat a lot of carbs, I'm hungry immediately. Keto Gray says the same. You're working on bowel and gut issues, less than 20 total carbs, not net. Yeah, I keep it under 20. You think that's very true. I know. And you know what? Joni has been like, I've had a lot of, and she knows who I'm talking about. There's been a lot of people that have messaged me, your calories are too high. That's why you can't lose any weight, you know? And with me having serious eating disorders, me lowering my calories does bad things to me emotionally and actually triggers binge eating. Following Joni has been my saving grace throughout my keto journey because she keeps her calories high and she continually proves it's not the calories, it's the content. It is not the calories, it's the content. It is not the calories, it's the content of the food in which you are eating. Her and I actually this year, if you notice, we both kind of jump started at the same time and we both have just steady been going down, going down. Both of us got strict in April and both of us going down, going down, going down. I've lost weight having 1900 calorie days in between. Now I can't consistently eat 1900 calories and expect to lose weight. It's just not going to happen for me. But if I were to continue doing a calorie reset, and you guys are going to see that, when I'm done with weight loss and I go to maintenance, I'm going to do a full-blown 1-year calorie reset. Even if it means that I gain 5, 6, 7 pounds along the way, I'm going to do a calorie reset and I'm going to prove at age 50, after doing low-calorie diets the rest of my life, that I can raise my calories and I can maintain my weight. I'm going to prove that. Okay. Hear, hear, amen. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one is super important. I was diagnosed several years ago with functional anxiety. I have noticed my anxiety has, up until recently, some events have triggered some massive anxiety, but I have definitely noticed that I am not half as anxious as I was before. And I think that has a lot to do with some of the other things I'm going to talk about. But how many of you, let's talk one subject at a time, have noticed a significant decrease in depression, anxiety, mood swings? How about hormones during your lady time? Have you seen improvement on that? How many of you have seen that? Hey, keto on a budget. Whoop, whoop. Time got away. I just caught you. That's okay. We're going one at a time. Then versus now, we're talking about improvements that we've seen. And so far, we've talked about blood glucose. We've talked about being hungry all the time versus not being hungry that much anymore. And the last one that I covered was I suffer from anxiety. I'm a high functioning anxiety person. And I've noticed my anxiety is reduced, I'm going to say by 50%. But some of my anxiety is I do it to myself, right? And I'm learning and I'm getting better. But I think keto is really helping me do that. I think it's really helping me. All right, keto on a budget. Don't have a lady time anymore. I haven't had one since I was 26. 55 years old here and it can be done. Yes. Keto on a budget. Joint inflammation. Yes, we're going to get Leo. Dana Stewart, I feel like I'm getting my menstrual more often. You're actually getting your menstrual on time. The average menstrual cycle is supposed to be 28 days. I want you to think about this for a minute. Well, 27 to 29 days, and there's 30 to 31 days in a month, right? So it's going to feel like it's coming sooner and sooner, because if you had it on the 28th this month and there's 38 or 30 days in the cycle, by the time you get to the first day of the month, you're actually 2 days into your next 28-day cycle, which means next month it's coming on the 26th. Next month, it's coming on the 24th. So it's going to feel like they're coming sooner and sooner, and they're not. They're coming in a cycle. Make sense? Okay. Oh, we got the 50 club going on in here. I'm 50. Going to be 51 soon. Jackie, you've had less mood swings, negative thoughts, postmenopausal, very hard to lose. Yes, I am postmenopausal. I had cervical cancer at age 26 and I had endometriosis and fibrotic cysts that ruptured in my fallopian tube. And so they had to do a hysterectomy. Let's see what Joni says. You can have high calories if you're very strict on your ingredients. Yes. Content over calories. Okay, or you can be lower calorie and add a touch of dirty keto foods. My internet went out. Sorry, I'm behind. You are fine. I'm just happy you're here. I feel honored that you came to my live stream. Kristen Johns, you can control your anxiety now. You have generalized anxiety and don't need a bunch of meds to control it. Me neither. Good job, Patricia Diaz. Yes, girl. Keto Diamond, mentally you feel great as long as you don't kick yourself. Yeah, I think that's a mental game too. Not only do we physically feel bad, but I think we kind of feel ashamed of ourselves. Christina, I'm sorry. You are all youngsters. Oh, we've got someone a little older. Let's see, Belinda, hello. Your anxiety got better at first, but your job truly stresses you out. And I crumble at times. Lately, I've had to increase my meds because of job stress. Yeah, that can be rough, girl. Get on them knees and give that to God. Hallelujah. All right, Dana. Gotcha. Okay, Kristen. I'm more in tune with my emotions. I can tell I am irritable because I am going to get my period now. Before I did not know why. You're 45, not long. No, it won't be long, and you'll be joining the postmenopausal club. Keto on a budget. You have more energy. Definitely feel more positive recently. You're so over being around people, being able to talk, having lunch, etc. Keto Grace says less depression here too. That's great. You hate PMS? Yes. All right. So let's move on to the next one. And this is a big one for me. I used to be a chronic binge eater. And then I would punish myself by starving, right? This is why I can't do OMAD. When I do OMAD, it feels like I'm binging and purging all over again. This is why I can't do OMAD. Now, I've got to tell you that it accidentally happened not long ago because I was stupid full. I wasn't hungry. I was super busy. And then by the time I got hungry enough to stop and say, wait a minute, I need to eat something, it was like 3 p.m. So I had been fasting for like 21 hours. And then I was so hungry that I ate this big meal and then I didn't want to eat again forever. So to me, it gave me that sensation like a binge, even though it wasn't a binge. It was just one meal of 1,200 calories. I felt like a binge, and psychologically, a lot of really negative things happened when I did that. So I can't do that. I'm not ready to do it. I'm not saying that might not be something down the road, but I can't do that right now emotionally. But it has now been 140 wait a minute. In the last 200 days, I've had 3 binges, but I haven't had a binge in over 140 days now. So I used to binge 1 to 3 times a week. Any eating disorders that have changed since you've started keto? 60s. Yes, I was in 1969. Keto Diamond says I consider you a very close friend. I'll come to any live I can catch. I feel the same way about you, Joni. I've been following you. I remember when you hit your first 100 pounds lost. I was so excited for you. I even remember when you hit 1,000 subscribers. I was so jealous. I only had like 147 subscribers and you hit 1,000 and your channel is just blowing up. Christina, 1950s. Keto on a budget. You never really binged, just ate mainly out of boredom and depression. Then I had gastric bypass in 2003. Couldn't eat that much at once. No, I can't imagine. So this is one that I know Joni has talked about. Gas. Major gas. Oh my goodness. I suffered from ulcerative colitis from about the time I was 16 until I started keto. And I can tell you I have not had one colitis attack. Colitis, for those of you who do not know what colitis is, colitis would be similar to irritable bowel syndrome. Colitis would be similar to Crohn's disease. A lot of the same symptoms, cramping, diarrhea that's like water, massive cramping within minutes of eating, sensitive to tons of foods, having to eat very bland diet, bloating, looking like you're 6 months pregnant, just horrible, dehydrated, a lot of things going on with colitis. Since I've started keto, it took about 3 months before your gut bacteria will switch from being a carbohydrate-based bacteria to being a protein-based bacteria. But once that transfer is made, you're going to notice an extreme elimination of gas. Every once in a while, I will toot, but I can tell you right now that I don't toot anything like I used to. And usually if I toot, it's because I've eaten a keto sweet. Okay, wait, what's here? What did I miss? Holy moly, wait a minute. I'm 67, just had a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patricia. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Holy moly, the gas. You could clear a room? Yes. Happy belated birthday, Patricia. Happy belated birthday, Patricia. Everybody giving some love. So gas, yes. And if I cheat, my butthole has Tourette's. I'm just saying, if I cheat on keto, yes. Okay, so let's move on to the next one because I could get silly talking about gas, right? Here was something that I noticed within the first month of keto. The 2 o'clock drag. So for most of you know, I've worked for the same company for 21 years now. And around between 2 and 4 in the afternoon, hey! Between 2 and 4 o'clock, I would become so fatigued, worn out, drained, that there was honestly sometimes where I was driving home from work and I had to get out of my car, shake, because I was literally falling asleep at the wheel. And I've noticed that I still will get tired towards the afternoon. I'll have I'll have a spike of energy, and around 1 o'clock after I eat, that energy will kind of fizzle out a little bit. But then by the time I get home, bam, I'm on my second wave of energy. I used to not ever get that second wave. So yeah, I've noticed my energy level in the afternoon is much higher. So Debbie, hello Debbie, says way less anxiety and depression. No toot diet. Yes, Keto Grace. All right, so I'm going to move. How about you with the fatigue? I'll come back and I'll keep reading the, here's a big one. Adult onset acne. I was so embarrassed. So let me tell you, this is story time. In high school, I had the most beautiful skin you could imagine. I had flawless skin. Hey, who are you yelling at? They probably hear the neighbors. Let me go open the door for them. Do you need to go outside? Well, don't just sit there on the couch and bark at the air. You're supposed to be protecting the house. Go protect. Go scare them away. Go outside, go potty. Anyway, sorry about that. So, I actually was reaching a point where I was extremely depressed because when I was in high school, even through pregnancies, I had the most beautiful skin. And then all of a sudden around age 42-ish, 45-ish, that's when I started getting the whiskers. Right here, just right here. I get a little patch of black whiskers here and whiskers here. And I'm honestly at a point where I'm just going to start shaving because I can't see to pluck. I can't see to pluck my hairs at all. And I've been watching this girl this 60-year-old woman that shaves, and she says I don't know if I believe it. She says that it's a wives' tale that if you shave, it's going to come back dark and thick. You're going to have a beard. I am just sick and tired of it. It's big. It's embarrassing. You can see these, they are jet black hairs. And they're like, I get a cluster here and a cluster here. Some of that has to do with having PCOS, but the other has to do with hormone and being postmenopausal. But yeah, but my face, before I started keto, I would get these huge, painful, gigantic, like it looked like I had a Siamese twin on my chin, right? I'd get these huge, like cyst boil type pimples that would take weeks to heal, get the big scab, leave a huge scar. It was horrible. And every once in a while, if I eat something, I will see it on my skin. Anytime you see me eat the keto treats, you will see pimples come up shortly thereafter. Yeah, the adult acne has really gotten so much better since keto. I think though, because I'm eating a lot cleaner. All right, keto. Dexter heard him. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Keto on a budget. You used to have to take naps midday. Don't take naps anymore. Yeah. Okay. UPS man, maybe. I have no idea. Brenda Wallace. That was me. I had beautiful skin in late 30s, had horrible acne. Keto has helped. I even had acne down on my chest. Oh, Joni, if you're still here, my husband, I know you've been talking about rosacea a lot. My husband has rosacea really bad on his nose. And there's a nasal spray. I'm not kidding you, over-the-counter nasal spray that if you take it on your finger and you rub it on your skin, it'll take, or your chest, it'll take the blotchiness away. It will. It worked for my husband. He started rubbing that nasal spray. He'd buy a thing of it for like 11, 12 bucks, but it lasted him forever. And he would just spray a little bit on his finger and put it on the really bad rosacea, and it calms it right down. You ought to try it. Okay, Keto Diamond, yes, you're here. Yeah, I'll ask my husband. I'll ask my husband. You know what? Let me just see if I can find it. I think it's right on it because he keeps it because he has rosacea. Let me see if I can find it. He should have it in his drawer. Look out! You're in my feet! I can run faster than you! Okay, this is it. It's called Assured Nasal Spray. Anti-drip. Pump mist. But anyway, he takes just a little bit of this and he puts it on his hands, and then he puts it on his, because his veins will get, or veins or whatever it is, the little red blood vessels everywhere, gets really bad, and he puts it on it. But have you ever seen those men that have the extremely bulbous noses? Like it actually looks deformed. That's a form of rosacea. And the dermatologist told him, just buy this over the counter and put it on it when it gets really bad, and it calms it down. So, I mean, it wouldn't hurt you to try it to see if it works on yours. I don't know if there's different types of rosacea, but I know that that's what he uses. Okay. Dana, you're 46. You have coarse, thick, black chin hairs. It's so annoying. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Like, even right now, I can feel... And I'm getting blind. I can't see to pluck them. I can't see to pluck them, but I know they're there because I can feel them, right? And one day, okay, so let me tell you why I've recently flipped out. I found one underneath my neck here that had to be that long. It was like, oh, I was so mad at my husband. I'm like, you can't let things like that be on my face. And he's like, I didn't see it. He's just as blind as I am, so he can't even help me out there. One of you guys, if I'm ever hospitalized, have got to come visit me and pluck my chin. That's going to be a rule if you're my friend. Okay. No acne, but chin hair. You have to do laser removal someday. Me too. Okay, Joni, I'll go grab some tomorrow. Yes. Cool. You didn't know that. You need a link for that too. My boyfriend has that issue. Yes. It's just, you can buy this over the counter. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I was always scared of rosacea would get like that. I've seen some folks with it really bad. Yeah, my uncle has it. Well, Pat's uncle has it really bad like that. You're playing with mine. I have peach fuzz. I'm actually just gonna, I think I'm just gonna start shaving because I can't see to pluck the hairs, right? I can't see to pluck the hairs. And I've been watching this woman that has this big, she's like over 60. She has this big makeup thing for older women. She teaches women with crepey skin on their eyes, and she teaches them how to do their makeup. She actually shaves her face. She shaves it. She says that is a myth that your hair is going to come back coarse. If it was peach fuzz, it's going to continue to come back peach fuzz. If it was dark, it's going to come back dark. But she said also, there is this new technique called microblading. Not microblading, microplaning your face. She says when women shave, that's what it does. She says every time you shave, it takes off dead skin cells. And it's actually really exfoliating for your skin. And so anyway, I don't know. I told my husband because it makes me want to cry because I can feel them and I know they're there, but I can't freaking see them because I'm blind. If I take my glasses off, even if I use my 10-time magnifier mirror, I can't see it. So I'm very self-conscious about that. Okay, I'm also self-conscious about my teeth. From being a smoker for 35 years, my teeth are so yellow. And I know that. I'm so embarrassed by that, but all right, let's go to the next page. Water retention. I used to have the massive, what do they call it, edema, where I couldn't even wear shoes. My feet and ankles would swell. I had pitted edema. You could press on my leg like this and I'd have a dent for like 4 hours. The socks, even if I didn't wear them tight, my feet would be so swollen by the end of the day that my ankle socks would leave a ring around my ankle until the next morning. You could still see the ring around my ankle. My feet, my skin would get so tight, it would feel like it was going to just rupture and burst. And literally the end of my toes felt like someone was pulling my toenails out. It was so painful, so almost like gout. It was so painful. And the only time I swell now, you guys have seen, I've shown in a couple videos, when I eat a food that affects me, my legs will swell. I'll get pitted edema really bad. So, and I'm more prone to it in the summer months too. So heat has a great deal to do with that. If I go a few days without sodium, if I haven't added salt to my coffee or haven't done my electrolytes, and then I drink salt, I'll swell up really bad at first. But then after a day or two, it goes back to normal. Peach fuzz, taking doxycycline. I don't know what that is. Okay, Keto Grace, your husband has one hair that grows like a fish hook in his nose. Oh my God, poor baby. Rosio, hi, hello. You brought the Flawless. Yes, I use that also. I have a Flawless. They're great. They're amazing. You brought the Revlon Dermaplane tool at Walmart. Now, your hair is fine, not coarse. Huh. I want to try that, Lee. Thank you for that suggestion. That is interesting. Keto on a budget. At Lee, what does that do? Peeling edema. Yes, that's what that's called. The planing tool is what it's supposed to do is something to the tissue and the muscle. And it's supposed to tighten your skin naturally over time, strengthen the muscles in your face, but it's supposed to remove all the dead skin. Walking around chewing on a toothbrush when you have nothing to do. I have a habit of doing that when my teeth get miscolored. It takes everything off. The problem is that my teeth were bad from being a kid because I was on tetracycline. Tetracycline was an antibiotic used when I was a kid and for bad infections. And what it does is it causes internal staining of the tooth. So my teeth are really dark up here at the gum line. And so if they do anything to whiten this part of my tooth, that line at my gum line is going to look horrible. Okay, me too, Lee. I'm going tomorrow to see if I can find one. I hope I can remember that, Lee. I'm so tired. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So we've covered water retention. Restless sleep. I used to be a light sleeper. I used to wake up 15, 20 times a night. Restless, I think this also has to do with less anxiety. But I still don't sleep as much as I should. But when I am sleeping, I sleep much deeper than I ever have in my entire life. Okay, I missed a bunch. Hold on. It's a razor that you run down your face in small strokes. It removes hair and dead skin. Comes in a 2-pack. You can find a video on how to use it. Be careful around the hairline. Oh my gosh, I'm so going to look at that. Lee, are we friends on Facebook? Can you message me that, please? Married to keto. Ooh, I have a derma rolling tool and it's making my wrinkles disappear. Wow. I've seen those derma rollers. Jackie, my feet don't swell as much, but if I'm not careful with my electrolytes, I will swell. Married to keto. But here's the difference. Okay, let's go back to swelling for a minute. Before keto, my weight, I'm not kidding you, could vary 6 to 10 pounds between my evening weigh-in and my morning. Now it's almost 2.5 pounds to the letter. If I weigh myself at night, I'm almost guaranteed 2.5 pounds in the morning difference. 2.5 pounds. Now it'll go down. So like last night, or 2 nights ago, I could have weighed in at say 186, and then the next morning 184. And then 186 and 184, and then 185 and a half and 183 and a half. But I will go down 2 to 2.5 pounds every morning, almost every morning. But before keto, I would gain and lose between 6 to 10 pounds a night. I'm not kidding. That's how much water I would retain. But let's get to the next one. I'm a deeper sleeper now. The next one is heart palpitations. I think this has to do with, number one, they're finding out that insulin is a high risk factor for heart issues, for chronic cardiovascular disease. And so sugar, insulin, carbohydrates, everything that I was doing, the obesity, the lack of exercise, all of those things, I noticed I used to have palpitations all the time. Now I'll get them here and there, but they're not as bad as they used to be. Maybe once every few days. I definitely notice more palpitations if I have too much caffeine. That's why I've looked for things like Zevia that are caffeine free. These are guilt free, right? So, I switched from using a lot of caffeinated but I gotta tell you, the Keto triple shot espresso with about 4 tablespoons of the Keto vanilla creamer makes the best iced coffee in the world. It is like heaven in a cup. It is amazing. But anyway, that'll give me palpitations sometimes, but it's like 200 milligrams of caffeine. Okay. This is one that Joni's also talked about a lot. My skin used to have dry, itchy, like I used to get, I forget what they call that, eczema, where you get that perfect round circle of itchy and it just itches like crazy. And in the winter time, my shin Down my shins would itch so bad that I would scratch them till they were raw. They would just, my skin would itch. It would get so dry. And now look at my skin. I mean, my skin just has this shine, this glow to it all the time now. It's super, super soft, right? My skin just feels healthier. I don't have dry spots. I don't get itchy spots. I don't know. Maybe it was food allergies I was experiencing, but oh, I used to get it all the time. Okay. You had major bad teeth. You adopted some new teeth. You know what? Here's where I'm stuck, guys. My teeth are healthy and they're relatively straight, but they're so yellow. And no matter what I do, I've tried hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. I have tried tooth whitening. I have tried the expensive $15 toothpaste, and I've tried brushing 3 times a day, and I can't get them white. I can't. They tried the light. I went and had they put this gel on your teeth and put this light in your mouth. It's a special ultraviolet light. It lightened them a couple shades, but then they were right back to dull again. And I can't afford $100 every few months to have that done. So, okay, Kristen, you see different tools. I have developed that thing too. You will message me in the Facebook group. Thank you so much, Lee. Revlon, not developed. Kristen John's married to keto. I was wondering, LOL, you need a derma roller now. Yes, me too. Hi, Anna. Anna Garcia's here. Derma roller. Kristen, it has taken a few months, but Amazon sells a bunch of them. Lori B, hello. Hello. We've been on for a while. Oh my gosh, we've been on for an hour and a half. Married to keto, your game. Lori B, hate to miss a live event. Well, I appreciate you being here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Keto Grace. Hey, Lori. Rosie. I used the Face Blaster on my face. Face Blaster by Ashley Black. You're 46 and been told you look in your 30s. You are beautiful. I have seen pictures of you. You are absolutely stunning. Joni. Your littlest has eczema. It's so hard to deal with without keto. Yeah. He's going to have to eventually go on keto because I've heard so many people say it clears up eczema. Fasting does too, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor or pediatrician, so hands off as far as giving advice for kids. Good to see you, Keto Grace, says Lori. Mary's talking to Jackie. You have the derma roller, getting rid of fine lines. Okay, so we're going to Jody, I know your stains are more inside, but try the toothbrush thing. It's like the deepest cleaning. Okay, I will. Jackie, married to keto, does it hurt? Married to keto, Rosio, you'll have to look into that because your skin is beautiful. She is beautiful, isn't she? I've seen her pictures. Married to keto, thank you. I've been a blaster for 4 years now. Lori B. I know I was spending quality time with the husband and fur babies. That is very important, Lori. Juanita, hello. You've been lurking in the background. I don't care. Lurk away, baby. Just don't forget the thumbs up. Guys, okay, everybody remember like button. Christina, you are psychic. Married to keto, Jackie, no, it makes your skin feel sensitive. But after you put the vitamin E oil on it afterwards, it soothes the skin. Oh, wow. You guys are giving me a lot of great ideas. So let me go to another subject because we started out this video talking about the reason why I didn't, society, if society picked my goal weight, it would be about 135, 140, right? But that's my dog. I swear I'm not farting. That's my dog. He's like doing this chewing thing and like, oh my God, they're going to think I'm passing gas. Yes, I'm talking about you, Toby Toe. But anyway, so, I've totally lost. Okay, so earlier we were talking about how the reason why I don't want to go much lower, like maybe 10, 15-ish pounds, is because I'm starting to lose the girls in a big way to where they're hanging kind of, right? Yeah, I don't want to scratch the top of my feet with my boobs. I just, it's not a look I'm going for. So, but this also has to do with one of the major improvements. So first I'm going to show you this. I have always wore really good quality bras my entire life because I've had double D boobs or bigger since I was a little girl, since I was in junior high school. And I have nerve damage in my neck. You see that permanent? It's a permanent, because I've been wearing a different kind of bra. It's a permanent indent in my arm here. Hold on. You guys are holding down, huh? Sorry, I thought I heard someone pull in. So anyway, I have these permanent indents. And when I started keto, I was in a 44 double or triple D. I think a triple D. I know I was wearing a huge bra. But anyway, I have noticed that now I'm a 36, 38 D cup. I have noticed a significant decrease in the tension in my neck and the amount of nerve pain. Like I used to, like every 5 minutes, you'd see me doing this. Like constantly stretching my neck. Whereas now, I think I probably only do it every once in a while. Like you'll see me stretch like this because, you know, the weight, they're heavy. The weight of the girls pull down and just cause so much tension on my back. So I've noticed that my neck and back pain has significantly decreased because of losing the weight on keto. And last but not least, I know there's more, but this is all I could think of for tonight's video. Heartburn and burping up acid. Almost every time I ate before keto, I would burp up acid. I know it sounds gross, but like throwing up in your mouth. Like, oh, I would burp up and then acid would come up behind it. And it was horrible, 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 horrible. And so I was taking a lot of Tagamet. I was taking a lot of like heartburn medication. I would eat Tums 4 or 5 times a day. I had acid reflux really bad. And so I am off all of that now. I don't ever have heartburn. Never. I don't think I've had heartburn not one time on keto. Not once. All right, let's see. Lori, you would be a skeleton at that weight. Honestly, guys, I mean, let's go back here. You'll have to forgive, I'm wearing like bathing suit, or not bathing suit, I'm wearing like my exercise shorts, right? My only issue is my stomach, really. I still have this massive hang from being a mommy, right? But if you look, my legs, I mean, I don't like the cellulite and I don't like the stretch marks, but I mean, I'm 50 years old. My body is not going to look like it did. This is a sports bra I have on, but like my waist is really coming down. So when I say 10, 15 pounds, I'm not going to be able to lose all 10, 15 pounds here. But that's the only area of my body and my arms. I need some help with this. I've noticed since my weight loss has accelerated that this is increasingly getting worse. Now, if I tighten my arm, I mean, I've got a lot of muscle in there too. I mean, I've got a lot of muscle definition in there, but I've also got a lot of fat I've got to lose. But at this point, I think I'm taking it 10 pounds at a time. I think when I get down to 170, I'm going to probably start slowing the weight loss down. Like instead of a pound a week, I'll start slowly coming back on the calories. And you know what I'm saying? Because I honestly, when I get 170, that's 13 pounds from now. I honestly think I'm going to be pretty comfortable. Will I look like a supermodel? Nope. Will I ever look like a supermodel? Nope. But I am starting. I told you guys I have several people in my life that I trust and that I love that I have said, let me know when I'm taking this too far. Let me know when you think I'm about done because I can't see it. I can't see it. So I've had 2 people out of these few people that I've asked now say, I think 10, 15 more pounds and that's going to be it for you because you look amazing. So I'm trusting them. I'm trusting them that they would never set me up. I'm trusting them that they would never do anything out of spite or jealousy or, you know what I'm saying? They want to see me succeed. They love me and they care very much about me. And even my husband said, you look fantastic now. I don't really think you need to lose more than about 10 or 15 more. That's it. I want you to really stop, you know, so it doesn't go too far. Your dog farts could clear a room. Yes. The girls went south for the winter. I know. I hear you. I hear you. I look down and I'm like, you were so beautiful. Like just 10 years ago. I could scratch my nose with my nipple. It was crazy. Okay, Joni, your girls are pitiful. That's the only embarrassing part of my body for me. Yeah. Mine are starting to point at the floor and I'm not liking that. I'm like, wait a minute. Keto on a budget. Yeah, you know what? I got to go for the big mammogram this year too. This year I'm supposed to get a colonoscopy, but I'm going to ask him if I can do the just mail in my poo thing. You know, I don't want a colonoscopy. And just mail in my poo and have them check it. Keto Grace. Yeah, my dog needs to be on keto. No toot. Yes. Keto on a budget. Everybody's laughing. The weird things that go on my mind. I know, we're all weird though. Are the girls visiting? Not yet. My girls haven't visited my belly button yet. I guess if I'm braless and I'm sitting, they might. I don't know if I like lean the right way. But I can tell you that if I lay on my back, they disappear. They disappear on my sides. And I have rolled over on a boob. So there's that. What heartburn? Don't have it anymore. Me neither. Susan Martin, hello. Just now having a second to type, but I shave my face once a week. My face is the softest and bump free that it has been in years. Hair does not grow back thick. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being honest too. It's so hard for women to talk about these issues because people look at us like we're growing 2 heads. It's like, look, I can't help what my hormones are doing. You know, I can't help this. I can't help that I'm getting a goatee. I mean, if you looked at pictures of me when I was a teenager, my skin was just flawless. And now, after 30, my skin looks like crap. It's really hard for me to see that. Oh, I know what you mean. It was like a sprinkler system. My husband had the same issue since he started keto. He no longer has heartburn. Oh, that's so good, Rocio. Keto Grace, same here. Joyce Campbell, the breasts were the first things to go when I lost 70 pounds. That's so sad, and I'm so sorry about that. I guess, you know, I lost weight so slowly. I think, I gotta tell you, my weight, everybody that looks at my before and after pictures say, you have lost more than 30 pounds on keto. But, I mean, I've lost a ton of, I don't know. Maybe it's because I exercise and do keto that I've built a lot of muscle. If you look at my scale that breaks down my body fat, my water retention and all that, now see when I get my DEXA scan, that's what I'm saying. I want to get a DEXA scan. I don't know what it's going to cost me out of pocket. I'm definitely going to hire somebody to come vlog for me, like videotape. I'm going to interview the people, the whole 9 yards. You guys will get to see it all if they'll let me. But I don't know how much it's going to cost. And if they come to me and they say, okay, Melanie, your body without fat weighs 138 pounds, then obviously 138 pounds is not a reasonable goal, because that would mean I have 0% body fat, right? Healthy body fat for a woman is 22%. So I'd have to take 138, right? 20% of that would be 13, and 13 would be 26, and 8 and 8 would be 27.6. So 27.6 pounds above 136 pounds would be what my ideal body weight would be, because I would be 136 pounds with 20% fat. Okay, buffering. Sorry. Thank you. I look fabulous. Rosie, oh, thank you. You have the same thing on your thighs. You look fabulous, darling. Thank you. Keto on a budget. Married to keto, you agree. Flabby and loose skin. Yes. Here too. Flabby and loose skin. Arms, thighs, tummy. Keto on a budget. What is happening in there? You guys got to see this in the background. We're going to do this inconspicuously. Here they come. I hear them. What are you doing, Karma? Go get him. Go get him. Where is he? Where's Toby? Hi, Toby. What are you doing? Hey, inside voice. All right, guys, that's some shenanigans. Anyway, it's getting late. We've been on here for an hour and 36. I just wanted to share some of the things before and after that I've noticed since keto. And I think videos like that are really important. I challenge all of you keto YouTubers to put out a video in the next week before and after. I challenge you to do that. And the reason is because there's so much negativity around the ketogenic diet. So many people that aren't aware that keto is one of the most healing diets I've ever been on. It has reversed my fatty liver. It has reversed my diabetes. It is helping me overcome food addictions, binge eating. It has made my skin beautiful. It has strengthened my muscles. It makes me feel like for once in my life, I have control and I can actually reach a very healthy weight in a very healthy way. And I now have more confidence than I ever have. I have less acid reflux. I have less headaches. I have less heart palpitations. Just the benefits go on and on. So I challenge all of you that have a channel. For those of you who don't have a channel, why don't you post something on your Facebook page and say, these are all the changes that have happened since I started keto. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people think this is just for weight loss, and it's not. Lori B, yep, I trust my husband to tell me. That is so good. That's what I have. Keto on a budget. They let my mom mail in her poo. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping they'll do for me. Keto Diamond, you put your dog on keto, he kept cheating. I have so many people in my life I wish I could get on keto and I can't. I want to lock them in my house. You know what? I would love to do a reality show at my house, and these 2 spare bedrooms that I have these people that are ready to die when keto or surgery is their only option. Put them up in here, lock them in this house. Don't let their family come bring them any food, and let me feed them for 30 days. Let me get them on keto for 30 days. We'll fix them. Okay, Jackie, I sleep on 2 pillows. That's helped the heartburn. I haven't had heartburn since I started keto. Susan Martin, you're fixing to be 42. You've been shaving your face for about 2 years now. Thank you for sharing that, because I'm embarrassed. It hasn't been until recently that I've been sharing my serious, deep concern and insecurities about my goatee that's coming in. Jackie Perez, check your local hospitals. They may offer. They do. There's one. Well, actually, no, there's no free ones. The closest one to me is in Orlando. It's over by Disney World. And I contacted them just before COVID. And so I haven't even tried to contact since then, but I will be contacting them and having a DEXA scan before the end of the year. Keto on a budget, those pups. They're funny, aren't they? Yes, they know I'm filming. Isn't that silly? Okay, glad you caught the live. Okay, good night. Yes, so many before and afters. Yes, thank you for coming, Joni. I'm always feeling so flattered because so many big YouTubers, once they become big, they just stop messing with small YouTubers like myself. So thank you for staying with me and being my YouTube friend too. Rosio, you have to go pick up your son. Good night. Good night. Congratulations on the graduation, Rosio's son. Lori B leaving chat. Love y'all. Thanks. Good night. Good night, honey. Good night, Rosio. Bye, Lori. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I am going to have to go soon too. Okay, Christine Johns, you need to rewatch and write down what you reported. I'll do a video this week on this. Yes, go ahead. I dare you. You guys do a before and after, and don't make it about weight loss. Make it about all of the metabolic changes that have happened. Make it about all the health improvements, the medications you've come off of. It'll be amazing. Glorious, glorious. Glorious. That's what I just called you. Gloria S. Glorious. That is your new nickname. You are stuck now. For the rest of eternity, as long as you and I are friends, you are going to be glorious. It seems to be prevalent that most keto YouTubers can't get their friends and family on keto. I wonder why, since they see the success. They don't want to give up the foods. Okay. Good night. Good night, Joni. Thank you so much. Jackie Perez, only 6. No, you got to refresh. There's 32 thumbs up. Gloria, so true. Thank you for the support in the super chat. Keto on the budget. Yes, please do one. Lee, good night, everyone. Good night. Oh, thank you. You sent it to, thank you so much for doing that. Joyce can, oh, thank you. You know, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm taking the day off because it's Sunday. It's about faith and family. And then starting on Monday, I will come back with my daily vlog. I'll come back with my daily vlog. I may do a small cooking video or something tomorrow, just like a 3-minute video just to stay in the algorithm. But I'm not vlogging tomorrow, so I will see you guys on Monday. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.